Good afternoon. Beautiful day out there today. Good work. I'll give you a little bit of an update. We'll have an injury report out later on today, but Gary's able to do a little bit more today. Chris still took the reps, the number one reps, but Gary's able to do a little bit more today. So that was a step in the right direction. I think we're probably looking at a game time decision. Questions?
Could you envision a situation where they end up both playing?
Not really. No, I don't envision a situation where one guy's where they're going in and out. You mean something? Yeah, that's not. I don't think so. I think whoever starts the game, you got to give them a chance to get in a rhythm and see the defenses and progress through the game.
So what comes down to making a game time decision? Like what happens on pregame?
What it'll really come down to is Ralph and I watching him in game. Now, the medical people. First thing is we talked about this last night. Actually, the medical people have to tell me that he's cleared for the game. If they do that, then what Ralph and I have to decide is, can he execute all the things in the game plan that we want him to execute, so that we can be successful. If we feel like he can, then he'll start the game. If we feel that that's not the case, then Chris will start the game.
Could the weather conditions play a factor? Damp, cold?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the adrenaline will overtake whatever the conditions are outside.
How about the idea that you have a bye next week? There's like this theory in sports that it's extra rest, so he'd get 2 weeks. I guess he'd end up with 2 weeks rest instead of just one.
He would. I'm not thinking of it like that. We're going to do everything we can this week to be 1-0 this week. We'll evaluate the team after the game's over.
How is Chris Laviano done in handling all the responsibilities of being the starting quarterback over the last few days?
I think he's done a good job. I think the most important thing is a little bit of what you alluded to in the question. He has carried himself like a starting quarterback this week in every way, from his preparation to how he's handled the huddle to how he's handled the players on the field. I think he's done a really good job.
You mentioned the weather in regards to Nova. You always talk about how wind is the thing that could be the most disruptive. 17 miles an hour according to weather.com. What kind of impact could that have?
It'll have an effect on the game. There's no doubt. I saw that this morning. I've seen 17. I've seen 18. So I've seen a couple different things. I've checked it through the week. It'll have a bigger impact in special teams than probably anywhere else, and then we'll have to see kind of what the wind is on game day to see what the effect will be on offense.
How has Ralph enjoyed his, being back in coaching 2 months into it?
Well, I'd say you have to ask him, but you don't get to ask him. So I think he's enjoying it. I think he's really enjoying it. I think he's getting what he missed, which is the opportunity to coach players and compete and interact in a football setting. Those are things we tell the players that all the time. When you're done playing, you never get it. It's never the same. So cherish it while you have it. And for us as coaches, we get maybe a little bit longer to do it, but it's an awesome experience. I think Ralph's having a good experience with it.
You've used Peoples, Goodwin, series at a time with 3 running backs listed as co-starters. Could you end up doing 3, each of those 3 gets a series, or will it be more in and out?
You could. This is kind of uncharted territory for me, and I don't know that I've ever been in a situation where I've been in a lot of situations where we played 2. I don't know that I've been in a situation where we've played 3 guys, whether I was an assistant or the head coach. So I like what we did last week. I wouldn't say that it's in stone that we'll do it like that, where Justin and Des would alternate series and Robert would be the spell guy within the series. I don't know that it'll be exactly like that, but I did like the way that kept all 3 of them in the game, without having an extended period of time where they weren't in it.
You said it's an 11-man defense. How important are the safeties coming up in the run game?
Number 7 in particular. Number 7 leads their team in tackling.
Yours, but
our safety. I thought you said, for them, they play great 11-man defense. The way we play defense, it's critical. Lorenzo Waters in our defense is going to have a lot of opportunities to make tackles. There's no doubt about it. And when he's successful, we play good defense.
Daryl Stevenson, what has he done to kind of get a little bit more playing time?
Consistency. That's the key. That nose guard is not a glamorous position at all, and and you're going to get hit in a lot of different ways. So you have to be able to play at a high level on a consistent basis. I'm pleased that he's getting better. He's going to continue to get better as his career goes on. I don't think he's anywhere near what the top of his performance will be, but I'm pleased that he's playing better and he's doing it on a more consistent level.
The Campbell Trophy, academic Heisman, they finalized the list at 16, I think, and Dave was one of the guys. You surprised by that?
I didn't know that. I haven't seen that yet. I am surprised by it. I'm disappointed. I thought he was a tremendous candidate for that award. But David's a guy who is going to be very successful in life, and I think he'll be recognized for it in a lot of ways.
Time for 2 more.
Thank you.